Hey guys, so today is a very special day. It is October 16th, and it is special to me because today is my 1 year Rainbow High anniversary. 1 year ago today, I bought my very first Rainbow High doll. I was super excited about it. I almost never bought another one because it went so badly, but I'll tell you that story here in a bit. And then, yeah, I don't know. Like, I tried buying a second one a couple of days later, ended up falling in love, and now I have over 100 of them. So, one of the things you guys have asked me about a lot is would I ever do a video that is just like shows my entire Rainbow High collection? Um, and so that's what we're going to do today. I actually had planned on doing this video much earlier in the day. Like, it's already 10 p.m. here, and my days usually don't go the way I plan them. I actually don't have plans. I don't have a schedule. I live on 3 or 4 other people's schedules, so I don't really have one of my own, and I never really know what I'm going to be doing other than driving. That's pretty much guaranteed. So I've done this video before as like a reel on Instagram. I think I've done like 1 or 2 reels. I've done like a TikTok version of it, and I've done it once or twice for Facebook groups. But my collection is ever changing. And when I mean ever changing, I mean practically every week it's different dolls. So I have over 100 Rainbow High dolls currently, but frequently I'll make some, maybe they won't come out exactly the color I want, so I sell them, then I buy some more, and then like I'll have a bunch of them, but they're not dyed yet, and then the next day they are. It gets pretty crazy around here, and so, and Rainbow High is only a portion of my doll collection. I also collect LOL OMGs. I've got some Barbie extras going on. I've got a Monster High and Ever After High collection. I've got a bunch of other like random smaller doll line collections. So it's pretty crazy, but we're going to focus on Rainbow High since it's my anniversary. I'm going to take you guys through my collection. I'm going to tell you who are my favorites, my least favorites, who I got first, who I got last, who I want next, all of it. So let's check that out. So, Series 1 Amaya was my very first Rainbow High doll, not the one with the white hair that's here on the left, but actually the one with the blue hair at the far right. And her hair came in just an absolute sheet of gel. It was hard as a rock. I washed her hair 5 or 6 times, and it just stayed sticky and tacky. I ended up just putting her on a shelf and never touching her for like the longest because her hair made my hand sticky every time I touched her. Her hair did eventually stop being sticky once I dyed it, but it took a long time. And so it really almost ruined me on Rainbow High. I didn't even want to do more after that. I will say that Amaya is now one of my absolute favorite dolls to dye because I can do these very light colors like the pastels and that silver and, you know, the really light blonde up top. And it's not something I can do with any other Rainbow High doll because they don't have this very light colored hair. Also, I'm sorry if this is a little wobbly, you guys. Like, I'm doing my best to keep my hands steady. Alright, so this is my pastel rainbow Amaya. And, like, I knew I wanted to do rainbow hair on Amaya, but I also knew she was the only person I'd ever be able to do pastel on. Same with, like, the very light silver one next to her. Alright, so once I decided that I was going to go ahead and take another chance on Rainbow High, my next one was actually Series 1 Sunny. And I really thought she was super beautiful, and that if I was going to give them another try, I knew I wanted it to be with her. So this Rainbow Sunny is actually probably, out of all the Sunnies I've done, the hardest just because there's so many colors. And then the Sunny with the red hair actually came to me so bald that I had to cut her hair in half and use it to reroot her with so that her hair was thick enough. And because of the Sunnies coming thinner, that's why I only have these 4. The pink one is probably one of my favorites as well as being one of my newer dolls. Yeah, like I really love Sunny. I'm sad that I don't have more of them. So Poppy is probably my favorite Series 1 of all the dolls, like as far as they come stock. And this one was probably the hardest. I did this golden blonde with strawberry red like highlights, and it was such a long way around to tone her hair and get it blonde that it was definitely the hardest. And so of course there's coral, and then I have like the darker pink, which was actually I think a sink dye in the petal pink. I can't even remember. Sometimes I have to go back and watch my videos to remember how I dyed them. And of course, like this Phoenix Poppy is definitely one of my all-time favorites. And so the Poppy that's next to her and in between her and the original Poppy is the first Poppy I ever dyed, and for that reason probably one of my favorites. And then Ruby, you guys know Ruby is my arch nemesis. She is such a struggle bus when it comes to dyeing. I'm not really sure what makes her hair different from the others and why her hair doesn't dye well, but you can really only get about 4 colors easily, and that's burgundy, and then chocolatey brown and black. So Violet and Skylar are 2 of the dolls where I only have 3 of them, which I don't really like having uneven numbers, but I was very lucky because someone actually did a trade with me and just sent me a new Skylar and Violet, so I still have to dye them, but at least I'll have 4 of each, which is like going to be so much better. I will say, out of the 2, I love my black-haired Violet the best. She's one of the newer ones, and she just has like this really great matte face. And then out of the Skylars, I probably love my green-haired Skylar the most. Green is actually my favorite color, which makes me sad that I disliked Jade so freaking much. Jade is honestly my least favorite series one, and not even because her face wasn't pretty. It's because I just didn't like her style of clothing at all. So out of my dyed jades, I have this watermelon jade. Her hair was actually originally based on succulents, which are a type of plant. And so the dress was just one of those things I found kind of after the fact and was like, this is so perfect. And then I have 2 rainbow jades and a mermaid jade. But please ignore her hair. I didn't realize it was like gapped in the back until after the fact. Sometimes the way they're sitting on the shelves and because I move them around a lot, their hair gets kind of like flattened or whatever. So she has the ombre rainbow, which was a lot more complicated and took longer, but she also has that really nice matte face of the like later jades that came out. The other rainbow jade, her face is a little shinier, but it's not terrible. It's about the right amount of shine, and she has the more kind of all-around rainbow. Then we have mermaid jade, who actually had a severely shiny face. Like, it was so bad that I couldn't photograph her properly. So I ended up doing a video where I showed how to remove that shine, and she's probably my favorite of all my jades. I really love the mermaid hair. I love that acidic looking green at the bottom. Alright, so Avery is probably in my like top, or like I guess top 3 least favorite rainbow high dolls because I do not like her original makeup. The wig is annoying and I really don't like that she doesn't have rooted hair, but I thought the wig was kind of cute. I just don't like her makeup. Now, Cheer Sunny is probably like my top 3 favorite cheer dolls, but probably number 1 because she has the nicest hair. Her bangs can be kind of wonk. It happens with all the dolls with bangs, but her hair was so thick and so lush, and it dyed so well. So I have Peach Cheer Sunny, which I did back before Georgia was announced. Plus her hair is all one tone of peach. It's not blended the way Georgia's is. So I do feel like it is different enough in that way. I have my blue Phoenix Sunny, which I actually did the same blue to orange to yellow hair on a regular Sunny, but her hair was so thin it just wasn't the same effect. So I definitely love it 100 times more on Cheer Sunny. And then we have my Rainbow Cheer Sunny, who's probably my favorite of my Cheer Sunnies. And I need to boil dip her bangs one more time because they kind of stick up just a little bit. But I really love the way her hair ombre'd. Alright, so Cheer Poppy is my least favorite of all the Rainbow High dolls. I don't like the butterfly wing makeup effect. I feel like it really just made her look tired. The Cheer line was also about the time they started doing that weird lip line thing that BJDs have. I think that the artist meant well, but I think that the makeup she designed probably looked better on paper than it looked on Cheer Poppy. It took me a while to actually get her like normal light brown hair. She has a 2-tone hair that's that orange and pink, but when you try to dye it brown, it turns green and purple. So I actually had to do a lot of toning to get that shade of brown. Next up, we have Cheer Ruby, who's one of my favorite cheer dolls. Again, I think I just really like the crimpy hair. Ruby is again very hard to dye, so in order to get one with purple hair to match her eyes, this is actually a BJD wig in size 6'7", which is the same size that LOL OMG dolls wear. So the one Cheer Ruby that I did dye is my checkerboard Ruby. Honestly, I could probably go over her black another time, just to make it a little richer, a little darker. But at the same time, I like her hair so much, I'm probably not going to mess with it. Sorry, I kind of like lowered the camera there when I was trying to get her back on the shelf. Okay, next up we have Cheer Violet. Cheer Violet for me is just kind of middle of the road. She wasn't bad or unpretty, she was just kind of boring. But I did like her better in blue. I feel like it just brought out her features more. So I really did like her. Skylar is, other than Ruby and Sunny, the rounder out of my top 3 favorite cheer dolls. Mine, this one is dyed, but I really want to go over her hair with an indigo blue. I did where it's like a normal blue and then it's dipped in purple. It's not as standout as I'd like it to be. Alright, and then we have Cheer Jade. My first Cheer Jade that I customized has this really nice kind of emerald or almost tealish green colored hair. She also has the marks on her cheeks, the staining from her, removing her stickers, but my newer Cheer Jade didn't have that. So I was actually able to remove the little stickers on her cheeks and reblush them without any staining. And then she also has like this really cool acid green hair. Her hair is actually a mixture of this kind of acid green color and then this kind of emerald green color, as well as this very dark purple. And I gave her Ruby's eyes to kind of bring that out. So she is my favorite of the Cheer Jades. Not that I don't love my other one, I'm just sad that she's stained. Amaya rounds out with Avery and Cheer Poppy as my least favorites of all of the Rainbow High dolls. I did do a green one that I really like, and her hair is kind of variegated because of the way the green covered up the different colors in her hair. But her original hair is just so clownish for me. Like the colors don't go well together. And then, of course, but I do love her with black hair. The black haired one is my favorite of my Amayas. And then with River, I didn't really love the boy face sculpt. I think it could have been better. I do think he's cute though. Out of all of them, my like very dark indigo blue one, or almost like cobalt colored one, he is definitely my favorite of all of my Rivers. I really want to take the time to do their hair differently because they all have the same hair. With Karma, I love Karma and I'm actually really sad I don't have more of her, but I don't love her in every color dye. This is the only Karma, my copper Karma, that I really love. And I've seen other people dye her other colors. I just don't love it. So with the copper hair, it was an accident. I've tried to dye her hair like a blondish, like a brown color with the Rit tan, and I ended up having to tone it with orange, and that's how I got copper. Okay, so with Crystal, Crystal's like a whole nother thing. Crystal could be so beautiful in any color, but because of how dark her hair is, it's very hard to get her to go other colors. I did dye her with the emerald as well as the fuchsia, and both of them took boiling for a really long time to cover up her original indigo color. So both of them have some repaint to them, to their eyeshadow, and I think actually Fuchsia has her eyeshadow and her lips repainted. And then with the black-haired version, I do want to give her a different, probably better hairstyle. Like my braiding is not that great, but I wanted her to be kind of gothy. You really don't see a lot of black goth dolls, so I don't know, I'm probably going to lean more towards goth with her. Stella is another one of those dolls where I definitely need another one because I have an uneven number. Stella is one of my favorites because pink is one of my favorite colors. I love pink dolls. My first purple Stella was actually done with Rit Hyacinth. And then, of course, I have my orange Stella. I have my dark purple Stella, which was done with Rit Purple. And then I have my Stella with the dark brown hair. I still really want to get a better outfit for her. This one is okay, but I feel like she deserves more. I don't know what I would dye a number 6, but I know that I'm probably going to get one and figure it out because I hate having that weird gap there. Alright, you guys, so Bella is my absolute obsession. I have my normal Bella. I have this rose gold Bella who I was actually dyeing blonde. Human dye has to stay in a very long time, so I guess I got like impatient and washed it out, and I ended up getting this really pretty rose gold color, and I decided to just leave that. I have my cherry pink Bella. I have my unicorn Bella. Okay, so let me move rose gold over a bit. Yeah, my unicorn hair Bella is probably my favorite of all of my Rainbow High dolls altogether, my entire collection. She's also my favorite Bella. I was really surprised, honestly, that the purple and the aqua and the mint all took so well to her hair. But yeah, she's absolute top of the line favorite no matter what. I have my Galaxy Bella, who has a mixture of fuchsia and teal and purple hair. She is also really up there in like top faves. Honestly, really all of my Bellas are. Like, Bella just, it hits different. All right, so I have my Emerald Bella, which she actually was getting a different hair color. It didn't look as good. Dyed over it with this. I don't even remember how I got it. All right, then I have my Orange Bella, who actually came with her hair falling out and mostly bald. I tried to reroot her, didn't like it. Ended up just giving her a dyed orange Avery wig. It was Avery's pink wig with the tinsel removed. Then now she's the belle of the ball. All right, and then of course we have my icy silvery blue Bella, which is just a sink wash in aqua. We have my actual blonde Bella. It took me long enough to get her, but I'm so glad I did. She's definitely up there with favorites. And then we have Wine Bella. Wine Bella might end up getting a little darker, and then she's getting clothes specifically dyed for her. So she didn't have her final outfit on. Kaya is absolutely up there in my top 3 favorites. Honestly, I need to get another one of her to dye as well. I would love to take her mint green. I figured if I was able to do it with Bella's hair, I should be able to do it with Kaya's. I mean, her hair took this blue really beautifully without turning purple. I was actually able to get the green that was already in her hair to go mint. So I think it's definitely doable. I also really love my lavender Kaya. So I think like a mint one would totally balance them out, to be honest. The lavender one also, I feel like the confetti colors in her hair look much better than they do in the original pink hair. I actually had a fourth Bella, the macaron Bella, but I had so many people asking for her that eventually I just ended up selling her, in part because she looked so similar to my lavender Kaya. All right, next up we have the twins. I really love the twins, I do. But because of their price, I had one each to dye and then decided I wasn't going to buy them again. Because their clothes aren't really all that versatile either. So I have, Laurel in this wine color. I have Holly in this very beautiful indigo blue color. I did an eye swap with them because I thought that looked really cool. But yeah, I don't see myself buying any more of the twins. And honestly, same goes for Jet. I just feel like once the dolls hit a certain price point, I'm less inclined to repeatedly buy them over and over to dye them. And Jet's hair was really hard. It was very much like Amaya's in that it has so many colors and they all take the dye differently. It was hard to figure out how to get her to take a color well enough. All right, so next up we have the series 3 girls. So most of them aren't dyed yet. I have 2 Cheryls. I still need one more. Okay, so the one in the peach is going to get a cinnamon colored hair. The one on the plaid, her clothes and hair are going to be red. And then I'll need another one that I would like to see green. Georgia, my stores don't really have any more Georgia, so I only have my one, but she is in my all-time top 3. It's probably her, Kaya, and Bella, to be honest. I would round that out with like Stella, and I'm not sure who else would be my top 5. Probably Daphne. All right, and then we have Daria. I've got 4 of her, one that's already dyed with the sunset hair, and then 2 others. One's going to be red and one's going to be orange. So hopefully I will get around to doing that here soon, maybe for my 1-year YouTube anniversary that's coming up. And then with Emmy, I still need some more Emmy as well, at least 2 more Emmy. So I need 3 Georgias, 1 Cheryl, and 2 Emmy. But hopefully I will be able to get everybody dyed that I already have on hand by the end of the month because I'm kind of falling behind on dyeing. All right, so here's a better look at Daria's hair. And so it was like this very pretty like reddish orange up into a pink, into a purple, into indigo. So I do think that her hair is going to take the red and going to take the orange really well. I look forward to dyeing them. Like, I cannot wait to show you guys the results. With Emmy, of course, I have the blue and purple gradient that you guys voted for. I still need to dye 2 more of her. Knowing that her hair takes color really well makes me happy, but at the same time, she also has that multi-tonal thing that might make it hard to dye. Whereas with Gabriella, she was so easy to dye. So this one is going to be going gray. It's the one I haven't dyed yet. And then someone actually sent me this one that I did in this very dark indigo blue. And she actually has very unusual eye makeup. She has, one of her eyes doesn't have the dark blue layer, but you can kind of see that they lay the doll's eye makeup down in layers, and I guess the dark blue layer just didn't take. So I might correct her makeup at a later time and date. I really wish I'd used denim on her hair. I might end up redoing her. But definitely my favorite, and I don't see that changing, is my pastel Gabriella. She ended up getting just like this very soft pastel wash on both her clothes and her hair. And I think it just really warmed her up and brightened her up a lot. All right, so with Daphne's definitely going to round out my top 5. I look forward to dyeing some more of her. Like I said, I might get another Gabriella to do in denim. With Daphne, I need at least one more of her. So I'm going to have the regular one, of course. And then her eyes are by far like my favorite, I think, of all of the Rainbow High eyes. This one is going to be half mint, half chocolate, which is what you guys voted for. I have a really cute little Lolita style dress coming in for her. And then this one is probably going to be the half teal, half fuchsia that you guys wanted. And then I'd like to get one more to dye emerald. And then winter break, you guys. So I finally just now completed winter break earlier today. So with Sunny, I dyed her a chocolate brown. Honestly, she's going to get gone over again. I was really lucky that my first one is so beautiful. Her eyebrows are even. Her makeup is mostly even. All of them have slightly off eyeshadow because her eye holes seem to be off. Like if you guys saw that grid I did of her face in an earlier video. But so far the two I have nice hair. They have nice faces. The chocolate one is supposed to be chocolate to caramel. It's not quite dark enough on top. She is going to get re-dyed. As far as Poppy goes, this one actually has some bald spots. I'm just going to take some of the hair out of others' places and fill in the edges along her hairline that are bald. But I just got a new one from MGA today. It came in the mail on my Rainbow High anniversary. So it's not on the shelf yet, but that's going to be the one that's getting dyed. So I'm going to take her to a closer, more natural ginger. And then we have Ruby. I don't really know what I'm going to do with Winter Break Ruby. I did do an eye swap on this one, but as far as the one that I'm going to dye, I literally have no idea what I'm going to do with her. Right now I just have her in some like regular, like whatever clothes because I don't dress her in. I don't know what I want to do with her. So for Violet, I really love this one. This one has the better eye makeup. The other one has the better hair, go figure. The other one's eye makeup doesn't reach her eyebrows, so I can see that it's more than likely going to get removed. And then I'm just going to like re-shine her and reseal it. She's going to get a denim wash in her hair to make it a nice soft blue. Well, as soft as I can get over this purple. I was really surprised at how pretty Violet is in person. I didn't have her in my top like 3 for winter break. My top 3 were honestly Poppy, Sunny, and Jade. Now it's more Poppy, Sunny, and Skylar. Skylar's curls are beyond beautiful. Like, I definitely think that that's my favorite thing about her. They're so soft, so pretty. Like, I really like her little bodysuit as well. So when I dyed my winter break Skylar, it was more toning than anything. And she came out with this really lovely kind of autumn leaf / pumpkin spice color mixed with black. I was able to keep her curls pretty intact, which I was thrilled about. It goes really great with Winter Break Sunny's coat. I get asked a lot about her jeans. They are the Disney Comfy Squad Mulan Fashion Pack jeans, and they do fit. They're a little, like, you gotta kind of stretch them to get them to Velcro, and they do pop whenever she sits, but so do all the Rainbow High pants. All right, next up we have Jade. Jade was in my top 3 originally, but honestly, she just pales in comparison to how beautiful Skylar is. I do really love her. I was always sad that we never got a goth Jade because she looks so great with all the black accents that we see her with in the show. So when I dyed her, for the guys, yeah, I gave you guys something to vote on. You picked this hair color. We did this great black to green kind of ombre. I was so happy to honestly have a goth Jade. I gave her black lips. I gave her, little gauged ears with little plugs in them that are very similar to my own. I really loved her stock and felt like it went great with the goth idea. Okay, so that's my collection. Like I said, there's just over 100 rainbow high dolls currently, and there will probably be so many more to come. I also have this replacement winter break poppy that came in today from MGA, as well as a Skylar and Violet that someone sent me in a trade. So these will all be dyed really soon. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed that tour of my collection. If you have any questions or there are other parts of my collection you'd love to see in the future, just drop some comments down below and let me know. Otherwise, hop over to Instagram and give me a follow there for more doll photos, news, etc. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. And if you like this video, like I said, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I try to do these weekly, but obviously at least one a week out of this month is not going to happen. And then with the holidays coming up, I'm going to do my best to give you guys as much quality content as I can from here until however long, the foreseeable future. Next month is actually my 1-year YouTube anniversary. So I don't know, hopefully I can find something really cool and special to do for that. Alright, you guys, I will see you next week.